Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're taking a look at 8-Bit Box. But 8-Bit Box is actually 3 minigames in that one box. Which minigame are we looking at right now, Aaron?
Outspeed!
Woo! It's basically pod racing.
Yeah, exactly. Take your place at the starting line of Ultima, the most dangerous race in the galaxy. Deep in the burning desert between steep cliffs and unstable technological installations, take any and all risk to be the first across the finish line. Join the elite ranks in the winners of Ultima.
And that's Outspeed.
There we go.
It even says in the galaxy, so it's definitely...
yeah, it's pod racing.
It's definitely pod racing.
In a galaxy far, far away.
So out of all the three, this is probably the most complex. The other one was a party. It had a lot of minigames, so there's a lot of clunkiness of stopping to see what the minigames are. But all those minigames were still so simple. The fact that this is like a game that you have, you know, you're choosing a path to go on in the race. You're choosing which weapons you want if you draw them and when to use them and how much fuel you're willing to spend and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think all the games in 8-Bit Box are simple. This is probably just the most complex one.
This one is actually pretty fun, though, because it's a bluffing game. There's a lot of the tiles when you get to these different junctions where only one person can go this way and two people can go this way. But if more than the allotted amount of players try to go that way, then nobody gets to go that way, and you just get stuck and kind of wasting a turn. So when you're playing this game, there's a lot of discussion on, okay, guys, I won't go that way because only one person can go that way. I'm going to go this way instead. It leads to a lot of discussion about, no, I think you're going to go that way, aren't you? And there's like a lot of bluffs and double bluffs and stuff. Some of the payouts on some of these tiles depend on how many people went the other direction. So if you chose A, or I guess it's not really A, there's like a yellow
left
triangle,
yeah.
And there's like the D and a B.
Yeah, so it's this side of the controller that with the buttons that look like...
You match it up, so we're all discussing, we match up where we're going to go. And, if I went on B, he may get a bonus for going to D because I went this way. Like this one right here. It says 2 times the amount of players that went to B, energy. So, like, if you're the only one that went to D and everybody went to B, you're going to get a huge payout. And all that extra energy will help you really boost on some of the other junctions later that will require a lot of energy to continue going, a certain way. You're like, ooh, do I want to spend 5 of my, energy fuel cubes to go this way and like get further ahead, or should I stay behind, maybe pick up some of these tokens, these bonus tiles, and try and like, use them against my opponents and either catch up to them or slow them down. Yeah,
those things are really cool. It actually reminds me of a game we played recently called Russian Bash. Mm-hmm. Where you're on a race, but you can it's like Mario Kart-esque where you can throw things at them, or
the bombs and rockets.
Yeah, sometimes these things are just more fuel, which is also still good. And I also like the fact that it's kind of secretive, and you can because remember the first time when I was like, I picked, because when you pick these up, we look at the back of here to see what they do, and I was like, this is fuel. It gets 2, so I'm just going to spend it for fuel. But you're like, no, that's always spent at the beginning of the round, not immediately right when you get it. So you can hold fuel tokens face down and make other people think you have weapons, and like kind of bluff them too. And it's true that this one has the most bluffing aspect. In all of the 8-Bit Box games, you're going to be selecting something. We're going to do simultaneous selection and reveal. But in Pixoroid, it's movement. And in the Stadium, you're not always using these, and it's not there's no real bluffing involved in it. And this is the main. This one has the most amount of convincing you I'm going to pick something, but I'd pick something else.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's a race. You're trying to go through all 13 of these tiles and get to the finish line tile and finish. Usually, it requires you to spend a lot of energy on the last one to try and get the furthest. You can also eliminate your opponents by leaving them really far in your dust. It starts with only 2 boards out here, but if you can get far enough ahead and you get onto a 3rd board and anybody's still on the first board, they're just disqualified. They're just too far behind. You've left them behind. So that it's kind of fun if you can, just bolt. But usually when you're that far ahead, you get the most punishment from the other player's tiles. Mm-hmm. Like there's one that says whoever's the furthest ahead is going to get pulled back for an extra space.
Blue shield.
Yeah.
Blue shell. One other thing I really did like about this is the art on the cards. When you pick a path, literally picking a path. You can see on the art, and you can see, oh, why there's only one person can fit on there because it's really narrow, and it's really goofy art. It does kind of look like pod racing or like Crash Bandicoot.
It kind of reminds me of Borderlands. Like it's that very chunky artwork style. I mean, it's not the same, but it just kind of reminds me of that. It's just that
heavily inked.
Yeah, that's the word. And it's very like post-apocalyptic. The dice aren't used very much in here, but they are. So there isn't a ton of randomness in this game. There's like a couple tiles where it says you get, fuel, the energy equal to a dice roll. So, you might end up not getting a lot. But like we said, it's mostly bluffing. It's a lot of, fun. This one will support 3 to 6 players. So this one has like the most variety out of all the 8-bit box games. Like we said with Pixoid, it only does 3, 4. You could kind of do 2 on your own, even though it doesn't say that.
And then the Stadium is 4 or 6. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this one you get the most player number variety out of it. And I will say this is probably the one that I like the least. I still think they're all really good. I still think Pixoid is the best. Stadium has party feel. And this one was still fun, but out of the 2 more strategic ones, I would choose Pixoid over this.
Just because it's quicker.
Yeah, it's quicker. It's simpler. I just thought it was more fun.
But if you like racing games, I think this is, it comes in the box already. You're getting it if you're buying an 8-bit box. If this is, your favorite, let us know why. Either way, we'll have a link in the description box down below where you can watch the videos on the other 2 that we did. See, if you're going to like those more. And
there's also a link down there to buy the whole box. You're getting all 3 either way. So you can watch the other 2 just to know what you're getting. But either way, you're going to get them when you click that link down there.
And as always, we're going to beg you, please subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.
We're going to beg you.
We're going to beg you, please. I don't know. Because we said,
beg?
We're going to beg.
Subscribe!